How the narcissist continues to overplay their hand. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, we're still in the middle of the holiday season, and you perhaps are thinking that you're missing out, or that the narcissist is living their best life, or how they can move on so easily, or how the new supply is perhaps taking all the hard work that you place into the narcissist. You may be thinking other things. What you need to realize is that the narcissist burns people out. They crumble up people, they throw them away on the freeway, they discard them. Use the battery example again. They have a person and they look at that person as a battery. They insert them into the life of the narcissist. The narcissist inserts the person into their life. They consume all the battery and all the goodness that that person provides, all the energy. Then they discard that battery, they take it out, they throw it away in the bin, and they replace it with a new battery. But one common theme, one common thing that you're beginning to understand is that the narcissist will never improve. They will never ascend. They will never elevate. They won't be accountable. They won't introspect. They won't do anything other than to continue to do what they've done their whole life, which is abuse, use, manipulate, lie, steal, and cheat, and destroy people's relationships, destroy people's health, destroy people's bank accounts, their money, their hopes, their hobbies, their relationships, and so much more. This is what the narcissist does, and they know what they're doing. If you think for a minute that they don't know what they are doing and you could still save them or help them or change their life, you would be incorrect. The narcissist wants people like that. The narcissist needs people needing them. The narcissist preys, P-R-E-Y-S, upon people. The narcissist is a predator. They look for people to place in that zombie-like, trance-like state, which is the narcissistic fog. And they want to continue to have access to those people as long as those people provide utility for them, or as long as those people make the narcissist's issues and concerns go away. You see, remember, you were what I call the unpaid helper. You were the walking apology, you were the sounding board, you were the regulator, the cook, the cleaner, the chauffeur, the person who did the laundry, who picked up the kids, who raised the kids, who paid tuition, who planned for vacations, and everything in between. The whole time you were doing all those things, you were being devalued more and more. You were being disrespected more and more. You were being treated less than a complete stranger. You were not being introduced to people that the narcissist had just met a minute ago, or they knew 30 years ago. You were being acted as if you were less than. This is what the narcissist does. They isolate people. They take these people from their support system and they continue to insidiously creep into these people's lives. They infiltrate these people's lives. And once the narcissist has the person isolated mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually, every way possible, well, then the narcissist begins to continue to feed off of that person. It's disgusting, it's twisted, it's sick, it's diabolical, yet it's real. You see, the narcissist wants to feed off of different people at any one moment in time. The narcissist needs someone to regulate them, which was you for a period of time, which was the length of the relationship. You're not regulating anybody other than yourself these days. And that's why you need to understand the narcissist will always burn people out. They will always overplay their hand. They will not be accountable. They won't apologize and mean it. What the narcissist wants to do is to keep people trapped in that narcissistic fog where they exist, where they thrive, and where they actually do a lot of damage. But this is their wheelhouse. The low vibrational state is where the narcissist exists, and that's where they enjoy being. You may say, well, they really don't enjoy it. They do enjoy it. If they didn't enjoy it, why wouldn't they stop? They continue to get worse over time. The narcissist continues to deteriorate. They continue to become the aging narcissist if they reach a certain age. They all come unglued. They all experience massive narcissistic injuries, of which you will never know about. They all lie, steal, and cheat. They all are unfaithful, uncommitted. They are not honest, they're not transparent, and they know all of these things. When you finally go no contact and you block the narcissist, you delete them, you remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them, that is the path. Is that the answer? No, it is not. It is one instrumental, pivotal, necessary step on the healing path. But when you do that, you will realize that that was one of the best decisions you ever made in your life. Now, will it happen immediately? No, it won't. Will there be a learning curve? Yes, there will. Will you be accustomed to checking your phone every 5 minutes and all of a sudden not do that? Yes, you'll have to learn how to do that. Eventually, you won't check your phone at all because either A, you will have moved, B, you'll have a new phone number, C, they'll be blocked, D, they'll be deleted, or E, you will have healed and you will have reached the place where I've arrived at, the mountaintop, the pinnacle of indifference, and you flat out don't care about the narcissist, where they are, who they're with, what they're doing. That ship has sailed. That ticking time bomb has been not detonated, it's been deactivated. And you made it out. Did you make it out unscathed? No, you didn't. Did I? Absolutely not. Which is why this is the relationship you need to heal from. The sooner you realize that, the better off you will be. This is unlike any other relationship you've been a part of. A person infiltrated your life. They sold you a bill of goods and they try to trap you, try to manipulate you, blame you, and continue to have you pay their way through life or continue to give them access to you. The narcissist is nothing but a carbon copier. What they do is they take people's ideas, their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, their goals, their relationships, their education, and they use it for themselves. The narcissist always wants the easy way out. They don't want to do the work. The narcissist is a cheap person. Usually the narcissist is a hoarder. No, I'm not saying every hoarder is a narcissist, so don't think I did. I'm saying the narcissist likes to collect things. They like to keep things. And I'll take you down a twisted path of toxicity right now. You may wonder right now, like, let's say the relationship ended a couple years ago, 10 years ago, maybe it ended last year, I don't know. But you may be wondering why the narcissist kept certain things of yours that meant something to you, or maybe they didn't, but they kept them and they wouldn't give them back. And I'll give you some examples right now and I'll tell you why they do these things. Number one, if anything had financial or monetary value, the narcissist would want it. You need to remember that. Number two, let's say that you had something that was important to you, but only you. The narcissist would want to keep that as a memento, as a trophy, if you will, if this is clicking with you. And you may say, yeah, they did that with me. They kept my mother's vase, or they kept an old ribbon from 30 years ago, or they kept some picture I had, or they kept a perfume or something. You may say, why would they do that? Because these things have no value to the narcissist. Why would they just give them back? Well, A, the narcissist knew they were important to you, so they're not going to do anything to help you. B, they keep you alive in the tiny little pea brain of the narcissist. Remember, the narcissist collects things. They collect people. They collect people's hobbies and hopes and dreams, everything like I talked about. But what they want is they want remembrances of people that they abused, manipulated, and trapped in that narcissistic fog. Now, you may say, that's disgusting, and who would do that? Well, a narcissist would do it. Go way back in time, way back in time. Remember there was pygmies and headhunters and those things way back when? Whether they exist or not, it's up to you to decide. And if you don't know what they are, I am not suggesting you look them up. But they would keep heads and they would do what they did. What were they doing? A, they were feeding off of people. I'm not going to go, you should be able to read between the lines there. B, they would keep those around. Why? Well, they were remembrances of what they did with other people. Now, I'm not saying the narcissist is a pygmy or cannibal. I'm saying that they keep mementos that are twisted in their tiny little brain to keep them remembering of who they abused, and that most of those people never made it out alive or never healed or never saw behind the mask and never put themselves back together. And another reason the narcissist may want to take things is because it would keep you connected to them, meaning maybe in the future they could have that old smelly sneaker from 30 years ago and say, hey, I have this and I was wondering if you still want it back. Well, they don't care about the smelly sneaker. They care about if you're willing to talk to them, which is why you need to become unhooverable. Now, having said all these things, the narcissist will always overplay their hand. They will always blow up any relationship they become a part of. They will always believe that they are superior and that everyone else is inferior. The narcissist will continue to fall apart at the seams. They will continue to fumble their way through life. They will continue to try their best to put on masks, even though these masks aren't fitting the way they used to 5 years ago, 10, 20, 30 years ago. They will continue to try to blend in with society, but society's catching on to them. They will continue to do what the narcissist does, which is love bomb, devalue, discard, hoover. They will continue to try their best to keep people trapped in that narcissistic abusive cycle. You are out. You need to stay out. I am out. There is no way in hell I'm going back to anything even close to that kind of relationship. That's why you need to apply the wisdom that I provide for you. That's why you need to read the comments. That's why you need to drop comments if you've healed or if you're healing. That's why you need to understand if where you are right now is where you want to be. That is fantastic. Stay where you are. If where you are isn't where you want to be, well, then there's work to be done. You will have to do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. No one's going to knock on your door and save you and say, hey, I'm here to rescue you. And no one does that. No one did it with me. No one's going to do it with you, which is why I create videos each and every day to pay it forward, to let you know that you're going to have to give yourself closure, to let you know that the narcissist doesn't care about you, to let you know that the narcissist doesn't care about the new supply, to let you know that the narcissist will continue to become the aging narcissist, to let you know that the narcissist will continue to overplay their hand over and over and over again. And they will never change because they're stuck in a loop. They're stuck on this script that continues to run around in their tiny little brain. They're continuing to fall apart. They're continuing to crawl or slither all over the planet looking for more sources of supply, which are more and more frequently becoming dried up. What the narcissist doesn't realize is before the internet and the smartphone, they had full run of this whole planet called Earth. Now that the smartphone's here, AI is here, the internet is here, and we, the collective consciousness or the conscious, is getting more and more, or we are becoming more and more awakened and aware, educated, and empowered, specifically those of us who have been in the narcissistic abusive cycle and have healed and healed properly. The narcissist doesn't have access to us. They never will have access to us. They had the best thing they will ever have in you, and they're now realizing that. They also realize, although they will never say it to anybody, that they blew up your relationship deliberately and intentionally, that they did lie, they did steal, they did cheat, and they didn't care about you. These are all difficult pills to swallow for those of us who are healing, but they're real. No truer words have ever been mentioned. You see, remember, the narcissist is a shapeshifter. They wear a mask. They slither into people's lives and they disappear whenever they want to. They will never be accountable and they will never tell you where they were, which leads me to this part. Did you ever know where the narcissist was when you weren't with them? No, you didn't. You will never know. And I'm certain that you probably spent time trying to think about where they were when they weren't with you, when you were in the relationship. We all did. Once you heal and heal properly and you get the answers to the questions that you were searching for, and you learn the glossary and the definitions on the narcissistic abusive cycle, you realize wherever they were when they weren't with you, after you've healed, it doesn't matter. They did what they did. They lied. They manipulated. They cheated on you. They trapped you. They abused you. They gaslit you. They gave you a silent treatment. They used you as an ATM and so many more things. When you realize that, it just doesn't matter. You get to a point on the healing path, which again I call the mountaintop of indifference, where you flat out don't care what they did any longer. You don't excuse them. We will never excuse the toxic parasite. You take the lifelong learning lessons from the past, you apply them to present day. You do not predict the future. You live in the present moment, and you realize, yeah, that's what they did. They overplayed their hand with me, and they're overplaying their hand with the new supply, and truth be told, they overplayed their hand with their sisters, with their brothers, with their parents, with their kids, with their colleagues, with their neighbors, with their besties of 26 years. The narcissist will always do this. They can never, and I mean never, ever, let anybody know the truth. And the truth is, the narcissist is a fractured, frightened, broken person. They are shallow, they're weak, they're hollow, they're calculated, they're maniacal, they're manipulating. They want to trap people. They are a predator. And once they get somebody trapped in that narcissistic abusive cycle or the trauma bond, or once they get somebody reliant upon them or subservient upon them or to them, they will pepper that person with abuse as long as that person is existing. That's why once you get the wisdom, you need to apply the tools. That's why you need to realize for this video, before I get ready to close it, the narcissist has always overplayed their hand. They were trying to break the relationship with you over and over and over again. They try to break it by using micro discards until finally the relationship broke and it ended. And maybe they had the reverse discard with you. Maybe they said that it was your fault. Maybe the narcissist said that you're the narcissist. Maybe the narcissist said so many things about you using the smear campaign that many people believed it. At the end of the day, you know the truth. You know what happened. You were there. What other people think doesn't matter. What the narcissist thinks doesn't matter. The narcissist will continue to slither their way through life, continuing to change the mask, continuing to perform for an audience of 1 up to, I don't know, 100. Who knows how many people that the narcissist is performing for. But one thing is a fact. The narcissist will always overplay their hand. And whoever the new supply is, they are one of 3 people. Either a clean slate like you were, and they will get peppered until they can't take it any longer, and maybe they'll stay trapped in the narcissistic fog. I don't know. or get discarded. Number two, the new supply is a recycled source of supply, and that person is either toxic themselves or they haven't healed yet. Or number three, the narcissist will encounter their match. They will meet someone who will probably do a lot of damage to them. Somebody perhaps even worse than a narcissist, and I'm not going to get into all the terms here. The point is, the new supply is not living a life of puppies and rainbows and unicorns and Twinkies. It doesn't work that way. Remember, when you're in the relationship, that's what you thought you were having experience, and you weren't. Everybody that enters the narcissistic relationship thinks they find gold at one period or another. What they find is fool's gold. It's worthless. And truth be told, it's not even as valuable as fool's gold. It's less than that, because this is the relationship we need to heal from. That's why the narcissist punishes people. That's why you need to go no contact, maintain your boundaries, and recognize that the narcissist, they will continue to overplay their hand. That's what they do. That's what they've always done. They are fractured, hollow, shallow, pathetic human beings. What they want to do is take out their misery, their discomfort, their lack of processing things, and their demons and their anxiety-riddled mind. They want to take it out on anyone who gets close to them. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is immune to the toxicity of the narcissist. So once you get out, you need to stay out. Once you block them, you need to continue to block them. Once you implement boundaries with anybody, you need to maintain them, because the narcissist is everywhere, and you need to continue to utilize the newfound superpower that you've acquired. This superpower is not for everybody. It's for you because you made it this far in the video. It's for you because you're healing or you've healed, and it's for you because you were, just like I was, trapped in the narcissistic abusive cycle, a place you didn't even know existed. Now you know it exists. Now you know you were in it. Now you know you're out of it. And now you know what it took for you to get yourself back together and cut the four ties: the emotional, the financial, the physical, and the spiritual tie. Once you get out, you're never, and I mean never, going back, ever. Not to the narcissist. Of course you're not doing that. I'm referring to giving toxicity even a second of your air, of your life, of your time. That's why these people, they're everywhere and they don't change. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. I love you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow. And you may not recognize this background because I've never been here before. I've been in the area, but not this exact spot. Yes, I'm at the beach in the Carolinas. Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. Yes, the sun is shining, and yes, the background is a sound or water back there. This place is so beautiful, I cannot tell you. I hope the sound on the video is good. I'm gonna go back and enjoy the waves. Maybe later today I'll post a short about the waves, just showing you them, and maybe see some seagulls, etc. But for now, I'm gonna get back and enjoy my day, because I am at the mountaintop of indifference. My hope is you're either there with me, no matter what location you're currently in, or you are working to get there. When you get there, you will never, and I mean never, go backwards. You can't, because now you can't unsee what you've seen, you can't unhear what you've heard, and now you've acquired wisdom that no college class could ever teach you. This is real found wisdom, or a real wisdom that you've experienced, and it's a newfound superpower that you've acquired. That's why you need to understand that you are stronger than you know, you are loved, you are cherished, you are honored, you are respected, and above all, you are needed, and you are on the path. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. The beach is so